So I'm going to tell you about how I ruined my channel, and that is the channel you're currently watching. So if I could just pop over to my YouTube screen here and go to view my channel. This is currently it's the @Kramer Now. It's called Paycheck Pivot with my name. 208 subscribers, so tiny channel, right? Just 14 videos. I did have some other ones, probably 30, 40 or so. And I hid a lot of them. I actually deleted a lot of them. I wish I didn't, but in my description. And it's really I'm talking about like helping people start and grow on YouTube, especially if you're over 40. And here's how I ruined my channel. So let's go to videos and look at, let's start with the oldest. So this channel, when I first started, was more about affiliate marketing, and it was about, it says 4 years ago. Yeah, I had to look at the date. Forget it's 2026 already. But yeah, it was around 2021, maybe it was 22. And I started doing affiliate marketing and really helping others learn that and what that's all about. And I'll teach you more about that for this channel on YouTube because it still applies. And it's a funny pivot. So I'll talk about that more in a minute as well. But I started off, and you can see this video actually did really well with, for me at least, and almost 7,000 views, so over 6,000. It is 4 years old, but it's by far if I go to popular, that is by far the most popular video on my channel. So I was talking about the mistakes that you could make, the biggest mistakes if doing affiliate marketing, and what you should avoid. You could see then I did affiliate related and the technology related type of content. Some did better than others, but it was basically around alternatives to ClickFunnels and other funnel building software we could talk about too here in this channel. And I started using this one called System with a E at the end. It's kind of hard to see there. So I started doing videos on that, and then just kind of went dormant. So what happened there then, these videos that I actually ended up hiding and deleting, otherwise I'd show you, up until, it was about a year and a half ago. It was summer of 24 when I started these cybersecurity ones. So this one was doing okay, right? Like I had some good early success, and then these kind of were not bad really in hindsight, but at the time I thought that was kind of a bad low number of views. Well, these weren't bad, and then I started doing after that a podcast series. And actually the title was actually like podcast episode 103 and 104 and whatever it was, or 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever I started on. But the idea was like season, right? Like season and episode number. And I called it podcast in the title and the episode number. And then I'd say the description. And I started doing like a series. And I did publish it as a podcast as well, but they were videos. And I was just trying to put it on all platforms. And I did a lot of, I thought, really cool stuff. I had a format where I would I would talk about the book I was currently reading, and it was about productivity, and it was relevant. And I talked about different skills and news and just certain things. And I had a format every episode. Those did horribly. I did a 30-day series I published all on the channel as videos instead of doing like a separate challenge or anything somewhere else. And it was like 30 days of how to change your life. Well, that's too broad. People don't know what that means. They don't know what result they're going to get. And I'd say, oh, well, they're going to change their life. It doesn't resonate. People didn't know. So those got like 10 views each. They were terrible. And I thought it was really good content, but if you can't package it and people don't know what they're seeing, they're going to just bail. So the channel kind of just went to crap and nobody was watching. And then I said, oh, well, you know what? For my day job, I do cybersecurity, and maybe I should just talk about that. That's the epiphany I had when I was back trying to going to school when I was a youngin', and I was sitting there wondering what I should do for a living. And my mom's like, duh, you like computers. Why don't you just go do computer stuff for a living? It's a great career. And I was like, wow. Props to mom with the obvious idea that somehow was not obvious to me, is get into computers. I was messing with them for fun back then. I won't tell you how old those computers were when I first started, but 20 megabyte hard drive, if that means anything to you. And no, I'm not joking. So anyway, the cybersecurity I was like, why don't I do that? It's what I do for a living. So boom, June 24, started doing those. And it was like a cybersecurity news. And you could see their kind of catchy headlines. Everybody hacked, AI spying on everyone. I mean, these were all true, but of course I sensationalized them. And I thought I did get a little better. So it was all pretty cool stuff and helped me with my day job because I just stayed more aware of what was out there and current events and news and breaches. But it did feel like extension of my day job. It felt like work, you know, it felt like, oh, I do this all day long and now I'm going to do it all night long on YouTube. So part of me is like, you know, it's a natural extension to just share what I'm doing already on YouTube. But there's a longing to want to do more creative stuff, I suppose. And the filming and the editing allows me to be a little bit creative, but I kind of wanted to just talk about something else. So, and I was, I guess, disappointed by the views. Now, again, in hindsight, it wasn't terrible, a few hundred on each one, but you could see not one of my cyber ones, and I left them all up, all 6 of them. Not one of them got over 1,000 views. One got pretty close, but the average was more like 200, you know, maybe 300. So I got kind of, well, I get really busy at work too, and it's hard to continue on YouTube regardless of your content because it's a lot of work and it's a big commitment. But when I was looking at here and I'm seeing these views and all the work I was doing to put these together and filming them, and I would add, you know, these, you could see the graphics on there. So that would take me time to add all the text and graphics and stuff like that. So everything took me a while. I didn't think I was getting good traction. In fact, here's the thing is you look at it over time, right? So you look at, okay, sure, I did a pivot there, but look at it went from a lot of views to lower, lower, lower. This wasn't bad, but it was kind of trending lower. Cyber, okay, went up from 200 to 5, almost 600, went up again, almost 1,000, but then tanked to less than 200, just over 200, 100. I got discouraged. I was like, my count's going down, and instead of keep going, it's only 6 videos from, you know, what was the date range? Like this one isn't even that old. Let me just look at it real quick. July 24th. So it was actually a day before my birthday. But yeah, so I basically went barely a month. So I did every week for about a month. Probably did 2 here, did a couple extras, whatever. And lasted about a month. And then I said, you know what? This is too much work. I'm not getting the views I wanted. Feels like work. It's not fun. And I just stopped it. And then 8 days ago, on just before the new year, I filmed it and published it on the 1st, I think, was another big pivot. And I went from the cybersecurity that really wasn't bad. I mean, hundreds of views for a channel that only has 200 subscribers, 208. Not bad. And then what did I do? Well, I didn't do anything for a year and a half. And then now in 2026, I said, oh, let me do a channel and pivot to helping people over 40 start and grow a YouTube channel, and got 88 views. And I was actually pretty happy with that. I was like, cause that was just 8 days ago. And I was like, wow, I got almost as many views there as this one that's a year and a half old. You know, there's different ways to look at it, but I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. Maybe I'm onto something. And this felt more natural. This felt like, hey, I'm talking about what I'm going through right now, and these overthinking and all these problems I'm having trying to get YouTube going again, but knowing I want to commit. And then I did this overthink one from my car, and that just got 12 views. Now I published it the same day, and that was probably a mistake. And then I filmed this one about that affiliate stuff I was talking about, where I still to this day get 500 a month from one video I did on YouTube on another channel. And I thought, oh, that'll take off. People are going to be like, wow, only 238 subs and he's making 500 a month. Yes, it's true. But no one cares. Now, maybe the thumbnail's bad. Maybe the title's bad. Maybe that just doesn't interest anyone. Because most views don't come from your subscribers. I don't have that many at 200. You can't think about these failures as, oh, my subscribers are not interested, because 80, 90, sometimes 97% of your views of your videos come from people that are not subscribers. So this is telling me that this just failed on its own. It's not just that my subs didn't like it. It means that this didn't resonate. Nobody was searching for this. I even did an A/B test on the title, but no one is searching for that. And if they did, this did pop up, nobody clicked on it. They just said, oh, that looks like it sucks. And hey, I mean, I just published it yesterday. Maybe it'll take off later. I have no idea. But that's how I ruined my channel, is I went from having some decent traction early on with affiliate marketing, switching to cybersecurity, just giving up. And actually, sorry, it's because they're not showing up here, I forget. But went from that affiliate marketing into this kind of weird format variety show that assumed people watched each one of the series, and they didn't. Nobody typically does that. Made it like a podcast format that just people didn't like. And I did 30-day challenges, and that was my content. And it was, maybe I was getting lazy, but it just didn't resonate and my views fell off. Then I gave up for a while. Then I did the cybersecurity, and those weren't bad. You know, they did all right. And then I said, you know what, after a month, I was like, I'm done. And then what did I do? Changed topic again, pivoted. Now, this one's a little related to the original concept of this channel, which is why I didn't start a new channel, which is kind of, you know, I hate to call it make money online, but it's really how to get started, grow on YouTube, but then leverage that to make money either through affiliate marketing or through other ways. Like this video I just did is really kind of about affiliate marketing. You know, it's talking about, but I want to alleviate that concern of like people are thinking, oh, I'll do all this work and never make any money. I did one video that still pays me somewhere between $300 to $500 a month every single month for 2 years. And I haven't done a single video on that channel. It's another channel I did. I was on real estate, and I don't do real estate anymore. So I didn't feel like I could do any new content, and I didn't want to mess that algorithm up. So I just don't touch it. So hopefully I didn't ruin it for good. Hopefully this content's helping somebody else out there. Let me know in the comments. I read all of them. And if any of this is helping you and you like the direction we're headed, helping people over 40 start and grow on YouTube, let me know. I can help certainly with the technical aspects. Subscribe if you think you like the direction of this new channel. So till then, I will see you next time.